My fellow Kenyans, my fellow citizens, my fellow East Africans, and my fellow Africans. I think it's important for the record, as one of the, I can say one of the founders of the party, ODM. That the Orange Democratic Movement should reject in every possible term. And if it needs to break up, if it needs to send the people out of the party so that the spirit of that party can live, so be it. What the president is trying to do is to build a super party. This is part of his authoritarian nature. He wants a party that will be a huge super bus that is going to include everyone. And therefore, once you have a kind of party like that, you can rule ad infinitum. You can just continue ruling this country the way you want. There is a way of killing multi-party politics without tampering with the constitution. What you do is you just destroy the foundations of political parties. Now, by killing by trying to get this ODM into his UDA political party, this is a way of getting rid of one of the major political parties. It's a way of trying to bring back his re-election. It's a way of trying to make sure that not only does he have the parliamentary votes in the next dispensation to change then the constitution to a way that favors him. Mr. Ruto wants to rule for the next 30 years. See, this is very important for everybody to understand. Of course, this will not happen because we have the Gen Zs who will make a Bangladeshi situation in this Kenya if you try that. No question about it. And I'll be at the barricades with them. I was there before. I was provided the intellectual, theoretical debate about it. And I'm going to be elected as the next member of parliament for Langata by the same Gen Zs. Because they need allies and they need people who can hold their hands in certain places. But the major thing that I want to send to this party that many of us give our youth and our lives is that you should not allow for you to be brides to the current president, and that you should chart this party, call a national convention of the party, make a political vote as to where you want to go. This party is democratic. Ask the people from all the counties to come and meet and to have a debate, a proper debate. Everybody should bring their issues to the table, and then let the delegates of the country say, yes, we're going to do this, and yes, we're going to do this. This is not a Luo party. This is not Odinga's party. It is nobody's party. It is not Oburu's party. It is not the Secretary General's party. It is not nobody's party. This party belonged to the people. It was the only genuine grassroots party, the biggest. And we built it. We become the largest political party north of the Zambezi River. It should not die with a whimper, nor a bang. It should live because the words of the Lord are true. They're righteous. They're just. They're precious. Amen. Vijana musilale, lale, vijana musilale. Bado mapambano.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, listening to that statement of Ahmed Hashi, there is something that I have actually deduced from this statement, and it has got me thinking, and it has got me actually looking at President William Ruto's recent decisions on matters multi-partism in the Republic of Kenya. Now, allow me to remind you that the guy on the video clip that we have begun with is none other than Ahmed Hashi, a Kenyan diplomatic analyst and a former foreign ministry spokesperson. This guy served as the spokesperson of the Office of Foreign Ministry. So he is a man that actually understands the political dynamics of our republic. And why I say that President William Ruto is planning to kill multi-partism and to actually make a party that will rule Kenya for the next 30 to 50 years. This is Ruto's bigger plan. And allow me to deduce it and actually relay the information to you so that you will understand. President William Ruto, when he took power in 2022, he had this coalition called the Kenya Kwanza coalition. Now that coalition comprised of so many parties, including the ANC party, Ford Kenya party, PAA party, DP party of Justin Muturi. Yes, those are just naming a few parties that were within the Kenya Kwanza coalition. But now, after taking over power in 2022, Ruto, realizing that influence had started to dwindle, he started playing the big con game. And the big con game began when he forced or actually sweet-talked the Cabinet Secretary of Foreign Affairs and Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi to dissolving his ANC political party, Amani Congress Party, and merging it with the UDA, promising Musalia Mudavadi goodies when Musalia Mudavadi, merges his party ANC to William Ruto's UDA. Now, after that merger, did you see any of Musalia Mudavadi's leaders within ANC be absorbed in William Ruto's UDA party? No. I mean, the party died completely. Musalia Mudavadi became voiceless, because without a party, you are voiceless. Now, William Ruto is playing the same con game with the ODM party. With the recent ODM at 20 celebration where William Ruto attended the event on Saturday, there is one thing that he realized. That William Ruto is his bigger plan, and the end game of his involvement with ODM party is not to make ODM party strong. He will merge UDA with ODM, but ODM will absorb UDA. And if William Ruto will become the absolute party leader of ODM. Are we together? Look at that con game, because currently the influence of UDA and ODM, you cannot compare or contrast the two. Actually, ODM is so much bigger. ODM has survived so many storms. ODM is the KANU of now. Are we together? ODM is the KANU of this decade or of this century. Are we together? When you look at it in that manner, you realize ODM won't absorb UDA. I mean, UDA won't absorb ODM. ODM will actually absorb UDA. Now, when ODM absorbs UDA, William Ruto becomes the de facto party leader of ODM party. And after becoming the ODM party leader, William Ruto will absorb other parties. Because as we speak, I have intel of a plan to merge the PAA party, which is the party belonging to the Speaker of the Senate, Amason Kingi, the PAR party, to UDA. Are we together? There is also a plan to merge KANU. Remember, Gideon Moi recently was brought into William Ruto's bogus plan. The both of them are currently eating from the same plate. Now, William Ruto is planning to absorb also KANU party, one of the oldest party in this republic, in UDA. Now, if he absorbs KANU in UDA and merges UDA and absorbs UDA into ODM. Now, listen, here, I want you to have this picture. I have named a few parties. We began with ANC party. Tukaanza na ANC. Baada ya ANC tuna chama cha ODM. Baada ya chama cha ODM, tuko na chama cha PAR. Hiki ni chama chake Amason King. Apart from PAR, tuko na chama kingine kinachotambulikana kama KANU. Hiki ni chama cha Gideon Moi. Apart from KANU, the final party that is to be absorbed in these shenanigans is the Ford Kenya Party. Ford Kenya Party belonging to the Speaker of the National Assembly, Moses Wetangula. Now these are at least 5 parties. These 5 parties will fall under one party, and that party will be ODM. And ODM shall be, William Ruto will steal Raila Amolo Odinga's legacy. He will steal Raila Amolo Odinga's legacy to the point that in the year 2032, if William Ruto wins 2027 and rules until 2032, even after his exit in 2032, ODM party will now remain like how the Chama cha Mapinduzi party is currently in Tanzania. It will continue to play the pivotal role of deciding who becomes the next president of the Republic of Kenya. That is the plan of President William Ruto. If he is the party leader of ODM, after 2032, he will influence the government that will take over. That is the actual plan, and that is what Ahmed Hashi is telling us. So currently, if you are not keen enough in observing the con games and the treachery of President William Ruto, you might think that William Ruto is actually sympathizing with ODM. He wants to strengthen ODM. But what William Ruto wants is to own ODM. After owning ODM, William Ruto will own other parties and absorb them into ODM party. If he takes over power, amechukua huko Mombasa pwani. If he takes over Ford Kenya, anahesabu amechukua wapi? The western part of Kenya. If he takes over the way he took over ANC, if he takes over KANU, that means hakuna chama kingine cha kule Rift Valley region ambacho kitakuja kumpinga. Tunaelewana? If he takes over ODM, he takes over the whole of the Luo Nyanza region. Ladies and gentlemen, the multi-partism, the dream of Raila Amolo Odinga that jailed Raila Amolo Odinga before the acceptance of multi-partism in the year 1992. This is what Moi did. William Ruto is regarded as a son of Moi in politics, and he is the best student that Moi had in his politics. Moi killed multi-partism. He made Kenya a one-party state, and that is why he ruled for so many years. Are we together? That is what Ruto wants. Even if he exits power, he wants to have influence over the government that comes in. The way you see in Tanzania right now, when you hear the name of Samia Suluhu Hassan, there is another name that comes there. The name of the former president of Tanzania, Jakaya Kikwete. Because Jakaya Kikwete runs the Chama cha Mapinduzi party. That is what William Ruto wants. If we have another president in 2032, then William Ruto is behind that president. He influences the decision of that president. And ndio maana, we tell the ODM party, the ultimate goal of William Ruto is to take over ODM party. And that is his final card to making Kenya a one-party state. But if you all mean what is best for Kenya, then don't allow William Ruto to take over ODM or to even allow the slightest conversation of a merger between ODM and UDA. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what's up. Make sure you subscribe. See you in our next video. This is the Kenyan Daily Report.